Yo, what's up everybody, it's Dr. John, and we're about to get real with some drone footage. Not just any drone footage, we're talking next level, bird's eye views of one of the most intense cities on Earth, Moscow, Russia. We're talking Red Square, the Kremlin, onion domes, the works. This is a city where history just smacks you in the face. Everywhere you look, something epic has gone down. Wars, revolutions, czars, spies, you name it, Moscow's seen it. And today we're getting a view usually reserved for birds and maybe the occasional Russian oligarch with a helicopter. So buckle up because we're about to drop into the heart of Moscow, and trust me, it's gonna be epic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing drone tours. Alright, first up, we're hitting the ground running. No, seriously, imagine running across this thing. Red Square. This ain't your average public park, people. We're talking centuries of history soaked into these cobblestones. Think about it. Tsars paraded their armies here. Lenin gave speeches that shook the world, and today it's still the heart of Russia. Look at the size of this place. It's massive. Built to impress. And trust me, it does. From up here, you really get a sense of the scale. The Kremlin walls looming on one side, gum department store on the other, and that iconic St. Basil's Cathedral. You know, the one that looks like a psychedelic wedding cake. Yeah, that one. Speaking of St. Basil's, legend has it that Ivan the Terrible, yeah, the guy was as intense as his nickname suggests. He blinded the architect after it was finished. Why? Dude didn't want anything more beautiful built. Brutal. But back to Red Square. Imagine the energy, the parades, the protests, the history that's unfolded right here. It's like the stage for the Russian soul, and we're getting a backstage pass with this drone. From political rallies under the shadow of communism to rock concerts after the fall of the Soviet Union, this place has seen it all. Millions of footsteps from tourists to soldiers have worn these stones smooth. And look at those colorful towers just outside the Kremlin walls. Those are called the onion domes, and they're like the unofficial symbol of Russia. Each one is unique, just like the history of this place. We could spend the whole video just exploring the stories hidden within these walls, but we've got more to see. So let's keep moving, but trust me, Red Square will stay with you long after we're gone. It's a place that gets under your skin, makes you think about the power of place, the weight of history. All right, enough philosophizing from Dr. John. Let's get back to the drone footage. Okay folks, we're soaring over to the big one, the heart of the Russian bear, the Kremlin. This ain't just a building, it's a fortress, a palace, a symbol of power that's been around for centuries. Think about it, czars, Soviet leaders, and now Putin, they've all called this place home. We're talking 69 acres, 20 towers, and walls so thick they could probably withstand a direct hit from, well, you know, it's like a whole other city within Moscow with cathedrals, palaces, government buildings all hidden behind these imposing walls. And check out those golden onion domes poking up above the Kremlin walls. They belong to the Kremlin cathedrals, each one more ornate than the last. We're talking centuries of history, art, and religious significance all packed into one incredible complex. See that big yellow building? That's the Senate Palace, home to the Russian government. It's where the big decisions are made, the ones that affect not just Russia but the whole world. And right next door, you've got the Grand Kremlin Palace, once the home of the Tsars, now used for official ceremonies and state visits. Imagine the parties those walls have seen, the deals that have been made, the history that's been written within those walls. But the Kremlin isn't just about power, it's also about beauty. Look at the gardens, the courtyards, the intricate architecture. It's a place that's both awe-inspiring and intimidating, a reminder of the enduring strength of Russia. You know, it's funny. Even with the drone, we're only scratching the surface of what's hidden within the Kremlin walls. It's a place of secrets, of whispers, of history unfolding behind closed doors. And that's what makes it so fascinating, so alluring. It's a glimpse into a world that few ever get to see, a world of power, intrigue, and a whole lot of history. But we can't linger too long, we got more of Moscow to explore. So let's lift off again and check out another iconic landmark. Alright guys, feast your eyes on this. St. Basil's Cathedral. I mean, come on, this thing looks like it was designed by a sugar-crazed architect on a 3-day bender. But that's what makes it so awesome. It's like a giant, colorful middle finger to boring architecture. Those swirling colors, those crazy domes, it's no wonder this is one of the most recognizable buildings in the world. But here's the thing, it's even more stunning up close. You see all the details, the intricate brickwork, the colorful tiles, it's mind-blowing. And the story behind it is just as wild as the design. Remember Ivan the Terrible? Yeah, well, legend has it he ordered the architect blinded after he finished building this masterpiece. Why? Because Ivan was afraid he'd never create anything as beautiful again. Talk about a backhanded compliment, right? But let's be real, even Ivan the Terrible couldn't resist the beauty of this place. Those colorful onion domes, each one representing a different victory in Ivan's reign, they're like a visual history lesson. And the inside, well, let's just say it's just as impressive as the exterior with 9 chapels, each one more ornate than the last. It's like stepping back in time into a world of religious fervor and architectural genius. You can almost hear the chants of the priests, smell the incense burning, feel the weight of history pressing down on you, and from up here, we're getting a view that most people only dream of. Soaking in the intricate details, the sheer scale of it all, it's enough to make you dizzy. But we've got to keep moving, folks. There's still so much to see. Alright guys, hold on to your opera glasses because we're about to land at the Bolshoi Theater. And trust me, this ain't your average community playhouse. We're talking about one of the most prestigious theaters in the world, a place where ballet legends have pirouetted their hearts out, and opera singers have hit notes so high they could shatter glass. Look at this building, the grandeur, the elegance. It just screams high culture. Those massive columns, the intricate carvings, the statues of Apollo riding his chariot on the roof, it's all designed to inspire awe and a little bit of envy. And the inside is even more impressive. We're talking plush red velvet seats, glittering chandeliers, and acoustics so perfect you can hear a pin drop from the back row. This is a place where art comes alive, where every performance is a masterpiece. Imagine watching Swan Lake on that stage, the dancers gliding effortlessly across the floor, their movements telling a story without words. Or experiencing the raw emotion of a Verdi opera, the singers' voices filling the theater, sending chills down your spine. The Bolshoi Theater is more than just a building, it's a symbol of Russian culture, a place where tradition and innovation collide. It's a reminder that even in a world obsessed with technology and instant gratification, there's still a place for the timeless beauty of the performing arts. And from up here, we're getting a unique perspective on this cultural gem. Seeing it from above, surrounded by the bustling city, it's a reminder that even in the chaos of modern life, art finds a way to shine through. But we can't stay here forever, folks. We've got one more stop on our Moscow adventure. Alright, after all that history and culture, we need a little fresh air, right? So let's head over to Gorky Park, Moscow's answer to Central Park. But trust me, this ain't your grandma's park. Yeah, we've got the trees, the fountains, the people strolling around, but we've also got some serious Soviet-era cool going on. Think massive sculptures, outdoor art installations, and even a giant Ferris wheel that gives you a killer view of the city. This place is like a time capsule of Soviet-era design and modern-day Moscow life. You've got families picnicking by the pond, couples strolling hand in hand, and groups of friends just soaking up the sun. It's a reminder that even in a city as intense as Moscow, people need a place to relax, unwind, and just be themselves. And check out that amusement park in the middle of the park. Talk about a surreal experience riding a roller coaster with the spires of the Kremlin in the background. It's like something out of a dream, a strange but beautiful collision of past and present. But Gorky Park isn't just about amusement rides and Soviet nostalgia. It's also a place where you can experience the changing seasons in all their glory. In the fall, the leaves turn into a kaleidoscope of colors, creating a breathtaking spectacle. In the winter, the park transforms into a winter wonderland, with ice skating rinks, snow sculptures, and festive lights. And from up here, we're getting a bird's-eye view of this urban oasis. Seeing the park spread out below us, it's hard to believe we're in the heart of one of the world's busiest cities. It's a reminder that even in the concrete jungle, nature finds a way. So there you have it, folks, a drone's eye view of Moscow. From the historical grandeur of Red Square to the serene beauty of Gorky Park, this city is a feast for the senses. I hope you enjoyed this aerial adventure as much as I did. If you're ever lucky enough to find yourself in Moscow, make sure to check out these incredible landmarks for yourself. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing drone tours from around the world. See you in the next adventure.